All right, everyone, come on in. Come on in. Welcome back. It's always great to show you something new, cool, and exciting, and this truly is. So, as always, get comfortable. Adjust that little chair of yours and enjoy this new temporary format where we're no longer on the floor doing this. So make sure you have that coffee in hand, stir it around a bit. Get that mouse ready too. Move the mouse around just to get the screen just right. Make sure you expanded the size of the video so it fills up your entire screen. And now with that little buttered English muffin on hand, take a little chunk and get prepared to look at two unbelievably rare toys. I mean, unbelievably. I am not exaggerating, especially the Prince Planet, but also the Space Ace. And yes, that's what these are. This is Space Ace and Prince Planet, or Planet Prince, however you want to call them. Now, I've alluded to Prince Planet, and I did the video of his spaceship cruiser, whatever it was. That was my New Year's video. And I actually had created a new, old new video that I deleted. I said, you know what? It's too stale now. I made it like a month ago before I even did the trailer for the animated series. So I've explained Prince Planet already and shown you the theme song. So Space Ace was an alien boy. That's Space Ace there. And he had the power to make like this ring that would transport him. So think of Thor's hammer when he opened up the Bifrost, right? He can travel to the Bifrost. That's sort of what Space Ace could do. It didn't make the same effect like the Rainbow Bridge, but he was able to make a ring that he could kind of travel through. And he would look up at the heavens and he would see his ancestors, and he grew lonely. So he was a good guy, and he actually can mentally project a humanoid robot too. And he had a father figure and a reporter girlfriend that would always interrupt him at the worst times. So he was a cool cat and very typical of the 60s anime. So that's sort of a very brief synopsis of Space Ace, and he had quite a bit of toys. Now, as far as these, specific toys, for whatever reason, the Prince Planet is by far the rarest one. And I could have done a video on each because they each deserve their own video, but because they're essentially the same pressing, they look so good together. And then when I wind one in this scenario, this setup, you won't be left with emptiness on the screen. You will have the joy of one or the other. So as you remember, Prince Planet, his necklace absorbs power from his home planet, very similar to the Green Lantern. So that enabled him to do all kinds of wonderful things. So let's try him first. He is the rarest. So we will wind him up. Oh, you know what? I forgot I have to show, it's like because I already made a video on this guy, I forgot that I haven't shown you this kind of details close up. So here he is here. That's his necklace of power. He's got a vinyl head. I like the fin on this. Who was it on Marvel? Was it Decree that had this fin? I always wonder who steals from who. I mean, not that this style kind of a fin is uncommon. I think even like some of the aquatic undersea dwellers of like Aquaman have that kind of style. But again, I always wonder who did it first. So the interesting thing is outside of this little kanji, there isn't really a Bandai mark on here, not on the legs that I recall. It's very, very interesting. But I tell you, man, he has such a cool presence. Such a cool presence. And I encourage you, Google this. And he's even got this spot like he was beating on somebody and got a little red on him. So you might think, well, maybe he got scratched the side. But no, he's way far away from the body for it to have like picked up paint. So here's the bottom of the feet in case you want to know what the rollers look like. You got to do a third. Now I'm going around my base here. That's the one thing that makes it a little harder on this desk setup. But again, this is temporary and kind of new. So let me wind him up. And hopefully he's not too stubborn. And let's get him on here. Not bad. See, the desk works good for these, these static toys. Well, not static, but I mean like stuff that doesn't have long duration or a static toy. So I have a couple like this. So I'm actually kind of glad. Let me just check if he has any left on his winding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, as always, you give it a little boost and he continues to go. And again, the color schemes, the yellow, the black, the red, this kind of tealish green. John, is this green now? Because it's not blue. Let's just be clear. Because I know John's going to tell me this might look blue. But I want to make sure that you guys agree with me. That's green. Anyway, so that is your crazy rare, crazy rare Prince Planet. Now, when I say this, I don't say this just to I'm not trolling you to do this, but I really encourage you, look this up. I'd love to find one in a box. So if you have one, please contact me on my channel. I'd buy another one boxed if I could find it. So even if you get a picture of the box, I've Googled it. I've looked through auction houses. I could not find this one. I did see this one with actually two different faces, but I was not able to find any information whatsoever on the Prince Planet Bandai wind-up walker. So if you are able to find anything, please, by all means, let me know. Anyway, so here's Space Ace. Space Ace actually at Alpha Drome, Brian Hayes actually pointed it out. There's a common space tank. I use that term loosely because it's not super spacey, but the boy in the tank was Space Ace, and it's not really depicted that way because the box itself is just kind of a generic box. It doesn't really allude to Space Ace, but it's funny because it's clearly Space Ace in the tank. So if you're a Space Ace collector, you might be able to find a cheap Space Ace vehicle, tank toy. And anyway, he's got a very, very cool color scheme. Look at that, man. He's got his go-go boots in silver with green stars, not blue, but green, trimmed in yellow with a beautiful reddish orange. And then I guess he's got a skirt on because you can see his legs here. Obviously, he's got his tights on. Or maybe this is just a flesh-colored, yoga pants or something. And he's got his cool symbol here and on his head. And he's got the more charming, youngish, boyish face. See, look at Prince Planet. He looks like he's pissed off, right? He wants all the spotlight. Don't be like a hater. Do you think these guys get along? I'm thinking Prince Planet wants to just hit Space Ace. I think he's jealous. I'm going to have to put him back here because I really don't want him to start fighting because then I'd have to turn it into a short for 15 seconds and they'd probably scratch each other up or something. So anyway, here's the key on the side. And he's got those cool gloves. And remember, he makes those rings where he can just zoom out of here. If Prince Planet tried to get him with the necklace, he'd be like, I'm out of here, bro. Don't tase me, bro. And there's his little writing there. Now, they're both unbelievably rare. I kind of like the black head there. It kind of gives the impression that the head itself is also tin, although it's not, but it blends into the body so well. So there's your look at Space Ace. And now let's wind him up. This is really the moment of truth, though, because I'm sure Prince Planet will be very jealous if Space Ace walks better. So let's give it a go. Space Ace is trying to get away from him. You know, Prince Planet, you had your time. Stop trying to hog the spotlight. Well, look, I think Space Ace probably won that, but it was close. It was close. Anyway, that was your look at the incredibly rare Space Ace and Prince Planet. You know, this is going to be, I should do it as a poll. Probably won't get too many answers, but I have several questions and I would like you to answer. Well, just really one is the main one. If you're watching this video, please answer which one of these toys, and you've made it to the end. That's the important thing. And you've subscribed. That's the most important thing. But which one of these toys do you like better? I think that's kind of an interesting informal poll to have, you know. So if you like, you know, Prince Planet, let me know. And if you like Space Ace, let me know. I think even the audience would know how you guys react to this. So vote for your favorite one, please. I would appreciate it. And if you like these two unbelievably rare Bandai walkers from the 1960s, thumb up the video so I know that you liked it. And your remark could really just simply be, I vote for Space Ace is the better, or I vote for Prince Planet. With that, thanks as always for your time. It's greatly appreciated. I always enjoy spending time with you. And with that, thanks to all the new subscribers, and thanks to everyone also on BitChute. With that, appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.